Hey guys, welcome back to the Fandom Minutes. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And today we thought we'd bring you another episode about Halloween. So, Halloween is almost here, and as one of the most popular holidays, it does of course rank over New Year's and Valentine's Day.
Nice. So the only one beating it is Christmas, I take it?
That seems to be the case. It seems only fitting that we have a little chat about some of the fun facts that you may or may not know about Halloween, but will help make it what it is.
Very nice.
I know I was completely thrown off by a few of these. There were things that I actually didn't know myself, and we'll see if Matt knows them.
Nice.
But before we get into that, Matt's got a little shameless plug he'd like to throw at you.
So you see this creepy haunted doll in front here. So my wife has started creating her own custom haunted dolls. These are one of a kind. You can find her on Etsy at Gothic Addicts. So the cool thing about these is she'll go to a thrift store and find porcelain dolls. Most of all of them are porcelain. There's a few that'll probably be plastic in the future, but most of them are porcelain. And then she hand paints, hand dyes the clothing, and works with her, completely redoes the whole doll before she ships them out. So you might go check out her Etsy page. It'll be in the description below, but this is one of her dolls.
Nice. All right. So first off, I'd like to start with one of the best parts of Halloween, the treats.
Oh, yes.
So what are your favorite treats when it comes to Halloween?
So I like a lot of candies. The only, my favorite's obviously probably Reese's. Besides that, I actually like Paydays. Paydays are good. Twix is good. Snickers is always fun and filling. Probably my most hated candy is either, those little plastic hard candies that have like stripes on them?
Yes.
That kind of look like wood. I hate those. And then I also really hate Almond Joys.
Not a fan of Almond Joys myself. What if I told you that there were some places in the world where treats were not candy? They were other things.
I can believe that because, I'm sure a lot of places it is candy, but also we're America. And so I bet a lot of the healthier countries out there probably have like fruits and stuff for treats.
So in Ireland,
yeah,
they have raisin bread.
I can see that.
Great Britain is known for toffee.
I can also see. I can see that too.
Does peanuts in the shell.
Huh.
Portugal does soul cakes, which are basically bread-like items.
Yeah, with the sweets in it, and that's interesting because that's what started out as the original treat. That's what started out as the original treat given for trick-or-treaters was soul cakes, so that's interesting.
In Mexico, they do roasted sweet corn.
Ooh, I bet that's probably really good. Nice.
And another Ireland one is colcannon,
You said
which is mashed potatoes and cabbage.
Okay.
I'm all for mashed potatoes. Somebody wants to start handing out mashed potatoes to me on Halloween, I'm great. You can leave the cabbage out of that, though.
Probably the wealthier family give those out. It's like getting a full Snickers there.
So that's interesting that other places do things other than candy, but, for me, you can't replace a good old Reese's Cup.
Nope.
Moving on to some of the fun facts. Like I said earlier, Halloween is more popular than Valentine's Day and New Year's. Both of the holidays of love and party throwing fall behind Halloween in popularity with children and adults alike.
I can see that.
Major money is spent on Halloween.
Yep.
Did you know that Americans alone spend almost $10 billion per year on Halloween?
Wow.
That's billions.
Yeah.
Not millions, billions.
I bet Walmart gets a lot of that.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of money to be spent on candy and costumes. Each consumer typically spends about $80 per year on their Halloween goodies.
Yeah, I would
My
say that.
mother alone, last year and the year before, spent over $200 just on candy.
Just on candy?
Yeah, we tend to get a lot of trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood. So the first year we were there, we didn't expect to get a whole lot.
Yeah.
We ran out within the first hour.
Holy crap.
So every year after that, she goes out and buys like $200 worth of candy, and then we give that out. And even then, sometimes we're pushing it. So
and that doesn't include costumes or anything else that
Right.
she might have to make or buy.
Historically, the owl has been one of the most popular Halloween images. This is because during medieval times in Europe, owls were seen as witches.
Yeah, it was a witch's familiar. A witch could turn into it.
It was said that hearing an owl's call
Yep.
was a sign that someone was about to die.
That's also in Native American folklore.
I've got a grandma that really believed in that,
Yep.
and anytime we heard an owl, she was on edge.
Yep.
So the idea of trick or treating came from a Celtic tradition originating in ancient times. The ancient Celts would put treats out on their doorsteps and in the streets to provide offerings to the spirits of Samhain.
So Samhain is actually, that's what most of you are going to know it as. It's actually
Right.
a Gaelic word, and it's pronounced Samhain.
So Houdini, the famous magician,
Yeah.
I almost said musician, died on Halloween.
Really?
In a strange
What?
twist of events.
No way.
Harry Houdini, who is considered to be one of the most famous magicians, died on Halloween. His death was caused by appendicitis, which was brought on by 3 punches to the stomach he took during one of his acts.
Interesting.
The candy drugging was a myth. In 1974, a young boy ate a piece of heroin-laced candy, which led to a mass fear of drug-laced candy being passed on during Halloween.
So that's why it's still around to this day. God.
As it turns out, that young boy had gotten into his uncle's drugs and was never meant for the Halloween candy. Knowing the facts of this story could have prevented many urban legends that still exist to this day.
Yep.
And that's kind of one of the things we went over in our last video.
Yeah.
Halloween is old. I'm sure you guys all knew that.
Oh, yeah.
But
Very
do you
old.
know just how old it was? It's believed that Halloween traditions began in the year 4000 BC, which means that humans have been celebrating Halloween for over 6,000 years.
Crazy, isn't it?
Do you know what state, or specifically what area, is known to have the largest amassed jack-o'-lanterns at one time?
Probably Massachusetts because of Salem.
It's Boston.
Boston, Massachusetts.
They really don't know how to light their jack-o'-lanterns. They hold the unique record of having the most jack-o'-lanterns lit at one time.
Nice.
Over 30,000 jack-o'-lanterns. That's a lot of jack-o'-lanterns.
It is a lot of jack-o'-lanterns.
Legend has it, jack-o'-lanterns got their name from an old Irish story of a man named Jack who liked to trick the devil, and because of his tricky ways, was barred from entering both heaven and hell.
Yep. He was known as Dingy Jack.
Instead, he was forced to wander the earth, where he used his lanterns to wave people away from their intended paths.
So he was originally known, after he started becoming a ghost, he was known as Jack of Lanterns because he would carry a gourd that was lit up with a candle inside, and he was known as Jack of Lanterns, and as it went on, it became Jack-o'-lanterns.
Halloween colors are what they are for a reason. There are several colors that you almost always see on Halloween. Could be in a costume, could be the packaging on candy, could be decorations, just about anything. But the colors are specifically orange, black, brown, and gold.
Yep. I was going to say yellow, but gold works, yeah.
And these are why the colors are chosen. So orange is known as the symbol of strength.
Interesting.
Black is known as the symbol of death. Brown and gold are colors that are typically in symbolism of harvest.
That would make sense, like corn and
right.
harvest wheat.
Those are why the colors were chosen. Was there any of these facts that you guys didn't know? Because there was a lot that I didn't know.
I didn't realize the colors. That one, and I didn't realize Houdini died on Halloween.
So I knew that Houdini died. I am a huge fan of magic tricks and all that kind of stuff, and so I knew that one. I did not know the color ones. I knew what the colors were, but I didn't know why they were chosen.
Yeah.
Another color I see a lot of is purple on Halloween.
Yeah.
So
that's come into the mix, and red.
Yeah.
Red and black mix.
There's a few of these that I didn't know.
All Hallows Eve.
So that's all I've got for these 13 fun facts. But I believe Matt's got a couple of things he'd like to add.
So I was going to talk about dressing up. That's one of the ones I've got. So you know how we all wear costumes, right? Well, here's the origin of why people dress up. So during some of the Celtic celebrations of Samhain, villagers disguised themselves in costumes made of animal skins to drive away phantom visitors. Banquet tables were prepared and food was left out to placate unwelcome spirits, so like demons and just evil ones. And in later centuries, people began dressing as ghosts, demons, and other malicious creatures, performing antics in exchange for food and drinks. This custom, known as mumming, dates back to the Middle Ages, as it is thought to be an antecedent of trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm. I actually knew that one. I don't remember where I learned that from, but I did know that that was the original intent of dressing up, which is pretty cool, and very interesting as far as to like somebody saying, "Hey, maybe we should kind of dress up to trick these ghosts." You know? Like, that's, I don't know. To me, that's just really cool.
Because they only wanted their relatives to come back and visit them on Samhain. Well, obviously, when you invite one ghost, you're going to be inviting all of them. Mm-hmm. And so, kind of like a Ouija board, you got to make sure you don't play with the bad ones. And so that they would dress up in ceremonial garbs from animal skins and things like that to help. Only certain ones, they would have like warriors almost that would go out into around the area and scare off any evil spirits.
And it's interesting how that transformed from, animal skins and things like that for more or less for protection.
Yeah.
And now we got people running around as Harley Quinn and
sexy nurses.
Ninja
nuns.
It's like, what are you protecting there?
Right. Not your dignity, that's for sure. But I think that's all we got for this one. I hope you guys like those fun and interesting facts. I know I did. We hope to see you guys on the next episode of the Fandom Minutes, and we hope you guys have a great Halloween.
Yep. And until next week.